And Matthias Cunha, well, he says Michael Carrick has brought stability and belief. Here he is, the United manager.
Well, Michael, you're making being the Manchester United manager look very easy. How proud were you of that performance?
Yeah, massively proud. I think it was different to last week. Two very different games. I said that to you before the game. You know, it was going to be different today, and they put us under a lot of pressure in different ways, and we never probably had as much genuine regular threat as we did last week within the game. But I thought there was periods when we did look really dangerous, and to come here and to score 3 goals, and in the manner we did, you know, with it going 1 down and coming back, and then the setback, and then keep going, and Matthias with a huge moment for us, and the boys had to put an awful lot in today. It probably didn't come as easy as it wasn't easy last week, but I mean the flow of the game and the momentum was with us pretty much the whole time. This one we had to dig deep, and it was a massive effort, and I'm really proud of them.
So after 20 minutes, half an hour, how did you start to turn the flow of that match?
We understood the start of the game was going to be a little bit like that, as much as we tried to turn the momentum in our favour. I think we understood how the game was going to go and the flow of it, and I thought we started to take the ball and connections through the pitch and had that composure and a few moments probably gaining a bit of confidence as well, which is understandable, and actually probably we were having a decent spell, and we just seemed to have come into the game when they scored, and which was disappointing, but again showed the character to come back. And there were stages in the game we had to defend, you know, they make you defend the box really, and it's challenging at times, but I thought we had definitely enough in the game to keep believing in the confidence, and always fancied us to score.
And they did, and they're at home to inform Fulham next. I mean, is there a real opportunity here to build some momentum of winning results?
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, you know, they were 5th when Ruben left, and I think with no European football, I think they'll finish in the top 4 or 5. I think that they have an opportunity which other teams don't have. They're all in European football. You look at the fixtures, I fancy them against everyone now. Obviously, they'll be different. They'll probably have more of the ball. They have more of the ball today than they did against City. But if they can defend well like they have in these 2 games, with the players they have at the top of the pitch, I think they'll finish in the Champions League places.
Michael?
The title challenge is just a second, but in terms of Manchester United up to 4th place, brilliant, but with courtesy of that tremendous goal from Matthias Cunha. But what does it actually do for United now?
Well, I would obviously give them belief they're getting in that top 4. We said it might be a tough goal. This is a brilliant goal, by the way. Lovely little play by Bruno and Manu, and that strike, what a strike. And the players, look at Bruno here, does really well. Manu, nice little, this is give and go. As soon as it leaves his foot, my goodness, the keeper, who's obviously a very, very good goalkeeper. But they definitely played with a bit more freedom going forward. They came to win the game. They weren't sitting at the back. You think United towards the end there, we were thinking, listen, we'll take the draw 2-2. We'd still be sitting there going, great result for United. But to get that momentum and to score a brilliant goal like that from somebody off the bench, just like it did last week, shows a good attitude, a good mindset. They'll be growing in confidence. And the attacking players, certainly, going forward, they are playing with a lot more freedom.
And what credit then goes to Michael Carrick? Because it does, in the last 2 weeks, look like a team transformed.
Yeah, it does, obviously. And Harry makes a good point. They've got a lot of their players are back now. There's a full group. They've got full weeks together. There's no other distractions. They can focus on the league form. And they're producing. But as we know, you win 1-2 games for Man United, fantastic. Particularly to beat City and to come to Arsenal, where I was thinking maybe more of a draw, but I always felt United would turn up, and they've got enough quality players. But they get that, they've got momentum now into their season, and all of a sudden you're looking at United and you're thinking, great chance of top 4. 1 or 2 months ago you're saying, no, I don't think they'll do it. But no, if they play with that confidence and belief, then you give the manager credit, and you give his staff credit, and the players are turning up. Simple as that.
Would you give it Carrick then, now, Roy?
Job? No, you're being silly now. No, serious.
No, would you give him the job? He's had 2 great performances.
Yeah, 2 great performances, but anybody can win 2 games. That's what he does at the end of the season. And even if they do get into 4th, I still wouldn't be convinced he's the man for the job. Absolutely not. I still think they need a bigger and better manager. But he's got the opportunity. What a chance it is for him. And you know what? He's taking it. So, fair play to him.
Michael, we're here till 8 o'clock. We've got all that time to get into the weeds of Manchester United's future. But in terms of Arsenal, Patrick, what does this defeat do to their title challenge now? They're still 4 points clear.
They're still 4 points clear, but there's still some question about the mental strength of the team. I think that performance will be really disappointed because it's not the fact that they lose the game, but it's the way they lose the game. I think there was a lack of creativity. They didn't create enough. I think Saka on the right or Trossard on the left-hand side didn't produce enough to really create danger for United. So they will be, I think, in this situation, a leader to lift the spirit of the team. There will be this momentum where we will need somebody to make them understand that when they are on the field, they have to play. I think this is a team who are full of quality, and to play with more energy and to take more risk because they've got the quality. And it was a disappointed performance because I felt that they didn't play with this kind of freedoms to express themselves.
But in terms of leaders, Micah, they had the captain Odegaard on the pitch. They took him off before the hour mark in that quadruple change.
Yeah, but you lead in different ways, don't you? He leads on the field in terms of his creativity. Didn't really get into the game today. I think Patrick raises a good point in terms of that psychological battle, knowing that you want to win today. You win today, it puts you in good stead. And then it's against United, okay, but can you get over the line? There was a lack of urgency, a lack of energy, and a lack of real someone who wanted to take the game to United, to get on the ball and make something happen. And that was the worrying thing. When you got Saka on the pitch, when you got Trossard on the pitch, Jesus had talked him up before the game, and he wanted one of those players to step up in the big games. And today, they went missing.
Do you know what that's called? It's pressure. Pressure's on Arsenal today. You see the other results, and they're in a great position. They've got everything going for them. They're doing really well in all the competitions, etc. And that's pressure. They're feeling the pressure. It's how they deal with it over the next month or two. That's what's cost them over the last few years when they've gotten themselves in good positions. And the sign over the last few weeks, now we're going back to the Liverpool game, the Forest game, and today, losing that momentum. If you step back, they'll have to have a reset and still step back and go, we're still in a great position. We've got to get our momentum back, and that almost a little bit of confidence. I can't believe they don't look like a confident team where they are in the league and what they're doing in the other competitions. You'd almost have to sit in the dressing room and go, what's up with everybody? Play the game. They're obviously playing the occasion. They started getting a bit of joy when they were throwing the subs on and they were gambling, they were playing maybe off the cuff. You're thinking, okay, they got back to 2-2, and for a brilliant goal, they might have got a draw. So they've got to get back to basics and start embracing this challenge instead of being frightened of it.
Yeah, and results have gone against them as well this weekend, with City winning yesterday and then Aston Villa earlier today winning at Newcastle as well. So this, you're pretty much across, I'm sure, what happened yesterday with Liverpool losing late on at Bournemouth, 2-2 draw with a late equaliser for Spurs. Fulham beating Brighton late on. City 2-0 winners over Wolves and West Ham with a win to give them hope of escaping over Sunderland. And then today, in those early kickoffs, Forest winning at Brentford, beaten at home for just the second time this season in a really timely victory for Sean Dyche's side after a tricky run. Liam Rossini made it 4 wins out of 5 since taking charge when they went to Crystal Palace. No win in Palace. Villa getting the job done at Newcastle United. A really impressive performance for Unai Emery's side. Buendia and Ollie Watkins on the score sheet there. And then 5 goals here at the Emirates. It all came to life in that second half, and you can see all those goals from this weekend by scanning the QR code. It will take you straight to the Sky Sports app, where you will be able to feast on the weekend's highlights, with a reminder that there is one more to come when Everton take on Leeds United, who are now all of a sudden looking over their shoulder again. We're on air at 6:30 for an 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. There's the reminder for all Arsenal fans. That was the last time they
played. Harry, as you've just been applauding them, you've made those Manchester United supporters very happy indeed. On the back of what you did in the derby, how special a result and performance was that?
Yeah, definitely, it was absolutely massive. We know that obviously the first game, the derby, at Old Trafford, you always get up for them, and you know that one-off results can happen, so we had to back it up today, and we spoke about it before the game, coming to the league leaders who have been excellent this year, I must say, and we asked a lot of questions of you, and to come here to have the setback late on as well, and to go and get the winner was a magnificent performance.
Yeah, Matthias, like Harry said, a setback late on, 2-2, looked all set up for Arsenal to push for the winner, but it was you that got it. What your most special moment in a United shirt so far?
100%. I think this kind of games, the games then we dream to play. when I come to United, of course, like these are the games that we watch on television and want to be part of that. And yeah, of course, I think this is one of the best moments for me here.
Yeah, so like you say, it is a game you watch on television. You dream of scoring the winner in a game like this. What does it mean to do it?
Everything is exactly what I try to feel when I come in these kind of games. Always they say it's to big players, and to be part of that, like have teammates like Harry, everyone here, the leaders, always teach me how is the feeling, and to be here in the pitch now and then help them to conquer this win is everything.
Harry, what on earth has happened in the last 12, 14 days?
Yeah, obviously Michael's come in, he's been brilliant with us, he's brought fresh energy and the group's really galvanised, and obviously 2 tough games. Everyone probably thinks we come away with them, we're not many points, but to win both is magnificent. Obviously we've got a much bigger squad now as well. We've got the lads back from AFCON, and obviously got players like Mateus coming off the bench, who I'm sure he's not too happy sat on the bench the last couple of games. I know what he's like and he wants to play, but I must say he's made the difference in the 2 games. He's come on against City and changed the game, and today again he's made the difference for us, and it just shows the squad of players and the attacking talent that we have now that can come on and do that.
Well, that's it, Mateus. I mean, if you're on the bench and you're not happy about it, you come on and do what you've done the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what I took with Carrick now, but I know like the quality of the group. Everyone have the quality to play. Everyone wants to play, of course. But yeah, the important decision is help the team. Come here every single minute that you have is to give everything to help this team, to help the teammates. I think we did well today also.
Harry, could I just ask you one last question about your opponent today? You said they give you all sorts of different problems, but from the minute, certainly the minute you went 1-1, did you sense there was a nervous situation here, something you could exploit?
Well, I thought the first 20 minutes they started really well. They put us on the back foot so much, but we watched the game we knew against Liverpool, and they did the same in the first half there. But after 20 minutes, I felt like we got a grip of the game, and we started being little bit more brave on the ball. And when we started playing through the middle and we're playing finding passes through the lines, I felt like we could really open them up. And I think we was comfortable the second half. Obviously, their biggest threat was set plays. They managed to score one. Obviously, it was a scrappy goal to concede, something that we'll have to look at. But like I said, we have quality that we can hurt teams, and we've managed to do that today.
They're still singing behind you.
No, these fans deserve it. It's been a tough couple of years for them, and results like last week and tonight or this evening is what they deserve.
Well done. Mateus, you're the match winner. Harry's our player of the match. You're all right passing that on.
You deserve me. All the best.
Hello and congratulations. I must say, when you picked up that ball, I was watching with the guys and I said, goal here. We were looking at your stats. You score so many goals, more than anybody actually in recent times, from outside the box. Why are you so prolific from outside the box?
Hey Michael, it's a pleasure to talk with you. Like every single training I try to have this shoot. I always talk with the guys, and the guys come to me and say, never more shoot inside of the box. You need to shoot outside of the box. You shoot better. And I keep to improve. This kind of shoots is something. Then kind of games in this league is so tight. Every team defends very well, and this kind of moments is only one chance. And you need to be ready to score the goal. So I keep improving, and then the goals coming. So I feel very happy.
That's what he means to him as well. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. I mean, that's the perfect win when you put a plan into place at somewhere like the Emirates, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's got to be perfect, but it does sharpen your focus. Your 3 shots. I don't think it's a coincidence. You don't get many chances when you go into places like the Emirates. Arsenal didn't defend horrifically at all. I mean, 2 unbelievable goals. Obviously, they will think they can avoid the first goal. But it's just amazing, isn't it? When you sit in this seat, or Michael Carrick, or the player, sometimes you just don't know. It's just that confidence, that new belief, that something. And we can't quantify it. But having confidence as a player, having that belief again, it turns you into Superman. I mean, it's quite incredible. And as I say, you can't quantify it. You can't say how or why it comes. But as soon as you start feeling it again, and we've just seen in 2 games, Manchester United have put in 2 unbelievable performances. I actually thought they played better against Manchester City last week. But they were so clinical today. 3 half chances, and all 3 of them in the back of the net against a serious side who I still think we'll go on and win the league, but that's a real statement from Manchester United.
Yeah, so 1-1 at half-time, 5 minutes into the second half. A player who, until Boxing Day, had never scored in his Manchester United career, now has 3 and 6. Will he score a better one in his career?
No, that's why his teammates were doing that one too. I mean, and you know what's? You need a little bit of luck sometimes in football. Takes a bit of a. Bruno takes a bad touch. Dorgu misses it. If it bounces up to him, and the strike is so pure. And sometimes on that volley, it just needs to sit up to you. I love this great little 1-2 initially, but Bruno takes a baggy touch, volleys it into the deck, misses it, and smashes it top bin. What a finish. I mean, honestly, he's absolutely on fire at the moment. It's amazing.
Both goals here, you know, wide player coming inside, and we just saw the 2 wide players there, Saliba and Timber. They got distracted by, in this situation, it was Luke Shaw making a run down the left-hand side, and it just gave Dorgu the chance to come inside unmarked, and exactly the same happened for the third goal with Cunha, which we'll obviously go on to see. But those players drifting off the wide area with an overlapper on the left-hand side really caused Arsenal problems in those 2 goals. But talk about the strike, it was incredible. Cutting from the goalkeeper. I guess you think, I can get it. And, it's going further and further away.
Yeah. And he didn't even get a touch to it, you know. No. That's how pure the strike was, you know. It was even better because when you watch it, you'll see, I think it's Trossard comes across Dorgu just as he hits it. So it's an even better strike, you know. And coming off the crossbar like that always looks brilliant.
And just to clarify, VAR looked at the appeals for handball. Inconclusive was the...
Yeah, it looked like it came off the hip, didn't it? But certainly, yeah, I agree with that. Even if it did brush the arm, it was inconclusive if it did or not. I thought it was the hip. And Arsenal players, of course, they appealed for it like you would. But no, I think that was the right decision.
Patrick Dorgu scored more Premier League goals under Michael Carrick than Ruben Amorim. There you go.
Whatever they're doing. Honestly, he's flying. The whole team's flying. Mo mentioned sport, often confidence, one of the most undervalued things. United players have confidence and they believe they're defending well, and they got players on the counter that can hurt. So I think the blueprint right now is set for Man United.
But after that, the set piece kings did get back on level terms. Joint most goals from corners. We know how dangerous they are, and they did it again.
Yeah, they did, you know, and it's, you know, they practice them day in, day out at the training ground, but it's all about blocking the goalkeeper and then getting up the knockdowns, and that's exactly what they do, you know. And if you watch, I think it's Saliba on Lehmann's, he pushes you there, it's over the line, but you know, Arsenal are really good at this, but it still ended up in a defeat.
Do you know what's interesting? You watch that, and Marino runs around Lamens from the other side. That must throw him, because he's probably thinking, why is somebody in my goal? Do you know what I mean? And he comes, and he's the one that actually scores. It's quite remarkable, really, because there's so many bodies in there. Watch Marino; he runs around Lamens on the other side.
But it's all they do that, you know, because it's either Saliba. It used to be Ben White. I think that Ben White actually gets pushed into the post by Declan or Cunha or whatever. But but like you say, with Marino going around and block the goalkeeper, it's just so hard for him. But
because you can't really, you'd think some goalkeepers backpedal, don't they? Like the say from Lamens. Yeah. You can't backpedal because Marino's in the way, isn't he?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Mm. So Mikel Arteta's waving Arsenal forward, going for the 3-2 win, and then Matheus Cunha had other ideas. I mean, you have to tell everyone, you called this before he was anywhere near the penalty area. You just got that feeling that something special was coming from the player.
He drifted in as well. I watched him drift in from the left-hand side, and as soon as he touched it, I just thought, this is where he comes alive. He's unbelievable outside the box, long-range shots. See him come inside there. So he makes a run inside, and then Bruno goes on the outside and pins the fullback. So now he's on his own in the central area, and eyes light up. As soon as he picked the ball up here, first touch, I said, goal. Here's a goal. He's just got an amazing effort. He's got power, he's got accuracy, he knows how to set himself, he's calm in this situation, he uses a man to bend the ball round. This is one of the most dangerous players in the Premier League in this type of area. And I just thought, this is a huge chance, and bang, back of the net before you could blink. Incredible. I think this lad's a serious player. Yes, You know, he's a bit of a maverick. He could probably frustrate at times, but I think he's got pace, he's got a lovely touch, he can score goals. I was surprised that he didn't start, but on saying that, you know, after a performance against Man City that they put in, I can understand why Michael Carrick didn't change things. But he'll start next game, you know, no question about it, because it looks like Dorgu might have had a hamstring. Tell you what, I was surprised as well. I wasn't sure about Šeško coming on. I thought that was a bit of a risky one. I thought he might bring Mason Mount on, but anything Michael Carrick touches turns to goal.
Who were you sat there to question Michael Carrick, who was sitting next to us recently? I mean, that was some strike to win it, wasn't it?
Do you know, can we see it again? Because there's a lot there's a lot more to it than just that. The finish is amazing, obviously, it's the last part. Look at Šeško, that set. That's brilliant. But it's really good football. It's that Šeško does his job. Colby does his job. Cunha's obviously the icing on the cake. But look at Bruno, Colby, beautiful football players, three of them combining. And Šeško's run actually slows down Gabriel for a second to allow him to get that shot off. So, and the thing is, we've said about the pressure at Man United and the pressure of playing at the club with the shirt. Cunha don't feel that. Do you see the way he took that ball and he finished, and then he went over to celebrate? He's like, this is me. And I think that's what you have now with Mbeumo and Cunha. You've got lads that are Ahmad that are ready to at 26, at 27 to deal with the pressure. And it looked like they enjoyed that today rather than feel the burden of playing for a massive club.
Yeah, I agree. When I'm watching that, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, like, that's a side foot, like what we were talking about earlier. Side foot with pace. You can't, and when I'm watching Reyes straight away, and he seems to get trapped behind, I think it's Gabriel, and he has a little look down the other side, and then by the time he's trying to get across, it's too late. He gets nowhere near it.
OK, let's get some Arsenal reaction now. Here is their captain, Martin Ødegaard.
Oh, Martin, a really painful one, actually. What happened this afternoon?
Yeah, it wasn't good enough from us. It's hard to tell exactly now. We need some time to analyse it, but yeah, it wasn't good enough, the performance, and should have done better. But now it's time to stick together even more and to just keep working, keep being together.
Until 1-0, though, the performance did seem good enough. Would you agree with that? And if so, what happened from that point on?
Yeah, the first half, I think we were the better team. We scored the goal and had control of the game, but we had a lot of giveaways in the game that created a few dangerous moments, and then second half, I think the momentum changed a bit. We managed to get the 2-2 there, and then could have pushed on to win it, but then they scored straight away. So yeah, overall not good enough from us. But as I said, time to stick together, time to work even harder and push each other even more and bounce back.
I know you've not had long, but what have you said amongst yourselves?
Yeah, just what I said now. Now is the time to be together. It was never going to be easy in this league, and we know that. And now is the time to be really strong and together and keep working and just bounce back straight away.
You're really honest from the captain there. David, I must ask you about the changes Mikel Arteta made. 58 minutes in, 4 of them at once, and one of them was the removal of the captain.
Yeah, I was shocked, if I'm honest. And I think it was 2-1 at this time, wasn't it? You know, so it was almost like a knee-jerk reaction to the second goal. And I don't know why, it just seemed to bring tension into the crowd as well. You know, and like you say, taking off your captain, obviously he doesn't look very happy there. It's a real surprise for me because he's our playmaker. You know, to bring him off at 58 minutes, I just thought it changed everything because Declan had to then drop back because Zubimendi went off as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Yeah, you know, so Declan had to go back, and then you bring in Eze on, who's not really he has been a playmaker recently, but he hasn't done it a lot for Arsenal. You know, so it was a strange substitution, and like you said, bringing 4 on as well really disrupts the momentum of the team.
Yeah, I was surprised because I think I love Eze, but Ødegaard's the one. United were sitting deep, weren't they? So you need somebody that can pick a pass. Eze's not a pass picker; he's a dribbler. You know, so when you bring somebody as a 10 that's a dribbler, there's no space in the middle of the pitch. The space was out wide. So you need to keep the width, and Ødegaard could have picked a pass, but I just think it was very telling, his body language. Martin, when he looked up, he said, me? I'm coming off the captain. And I do think you shouldn't take the captain off. You know, I just think you need his presence.